Thank you. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you. We are in Chronicles. We are in Chronicles, guys. We're in Chronicles. And then we'll read in the next chapters of Chronicles, which is chapters 5 to 7. I don't know where my mind went. Chapters 5 to 7 is what we'll be reading. I will just do a recap of what we read last time. Hey, Frankie Frog, thank you for coming through. How are you? I'll just do a recap of what we read last time. Really, it's just names of the descendants from Adam to Abraham, right? And then as we go along, we start to see David and Saul's story, right? So basically, Chronicles is like a summary, I would say, of Samuel's and Kings, I guess. Hi, Sai. Thank you for coming through. How are you? So yeah, I feel like Chronicles is a summary, right? And it also sets you up for them building the temple in Jerusalem again. It shows the importance of each tribe and each person with their own duties dedicated to rebuilding the temple, just like when we read in Leviticus and Exodus, how God gave specific orders on how to treat the tabernacle, how to build the tabernacle, who goes near the tabernacle, and the Levites were the ones that were the overseers of the tabernacle. They were the ones who was making atonement for the Israelites, and they were the ones that were in charge of all the sacred things, right? All the holy things. So we start to now see the importance of each tribe and why they had their own duties, I guess. So it's important that they keep the same order in rebuilding the temple in Jerusalem, right? It's very important. So again, you are going to hear a lot of names, but again, don't skip these names. I know it's not really relevant to us now, but when you go back and you read the history and you start to put names together and you start to put events together, you will start to understand it a bit better. So some of these names you would have heard when we have read in Kings and Samuels, and some of these names you would have heard from Genesis all the way up to where we're reading now. So it's just like a good refresher, I guess, like a good summary of what we read in Samuels and Kings. So it's just to really understand, what we read, I guess, in the last two books. So yes, that's what we're going to be doing. So basically what I do is I read the Bible. I encourage you to build a relationship with God, get you into your Bible. And really, this is just a space where I'm just learning. So come along and learn with me. I am just taking this year to really get into the Word. And I am in the Old Testament this year. Next year, God willing, we'll be in the New Testament. But in order to understand the New Testament, you got to know the Old Testament, right? You got to know the Old Testament. So I'm really just taking my time here, right? Yay. I'm just really taking my time here. So guys, please, the names, I try. The names are so hard. Yes, the names are so hard. When I first read the Bible, right, I wanted to skip the names, right? When I came to Chronicles, just like Leviticus, because when you read Leviticus, it's like a repetition of the last bits of Exodus, where God is explaining the specifics of the tabernacle, right? So I get to Leviticus and I'm like, don't want to read Leviticus, but again, we've got to read Leviticus to understand why the Levites were important in the priesthood, right? So Leviticus is one that I struggled with, right? And then when I came to Chronicles, I was like, a whole bunch of names, and I was gonna skip it, but God said no. Like you gotta read it. You gotta read it. So um I didn't skip it. And we're just gonna have to bear through the names, right? Just like when you read the Bible, you're just gonna have to bear through the names, because it's important. There's a reason why the names are in the Bible. If it wasn't important, it wouldn't be there, right? So yes, so we're in First Chronicles, and I'll be reading chapters 5 to 9. This is chapter 5. The sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel. He was the firstborn, but when he defiled his father's marriage bed, his rights as a firstborn were given to the sons of Joseph, son of Israel, so he could not be listed in the genealogical record in accordance with his birthright. So in Genesis chapter 35 verse 22, Reuben slept with Bilhah, his father's concubine. So that is why Reuben didn't get the rights as he should has as the firstborn. So Reuben is the firstborn, right? And through Judah was the strongest of his brothers, and a ruler came from him. The rights of the firstborn belonged to Joseph, the son of Reuben, the first of Israel. Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. The descendants of Joel: Shemaiah his son, Gog his son, Shimei his son, Micah his son, Reaiah his son, Baal his son, and Berera his son, whom Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, took into exile. Beriah was a leader of the Reubenites. Their relatives by clans listed according to the genealogical records: Jeiel the chief, Zechariah, and Bela son of Azaz, the son of Shema, the son of Joel. They settled in the area from Aurora to Nebo and Baal Meon. To the east, they occupied the land up to the edge of the desert that extends to the river Euphrates, because their livestock had increased in Gilead. During Saul's reign, they waged war against the Hagrites, who were defeated at their hands. They occupied the dwellings of the Hagrites throughout the entire region east of Gilead. The Gadites lived next to them in Bashan as far as Sakir. Joel was the chief, Shapham the second, then Janai and Shaphat in Bashan. Their relatives by family were Michael, Meshullam, Sheba, Jorai, Jachin, Zia, and Eber, 7 in all. These were the sons of Abihail, son of Hurai, son of Jeroah, the son of Gilead, the son of Michael, the son of Jeshai, the son of Jehodo, the son of Buz. Ahai, son of Abidel, son of Gunai, was head of their family. The Gadites lived in Gilead in Bashan and its outlying villages, and on all the pasture lands of Sharon as far as they extended. All these were entered in the genealogy records during the reign of Jotham, king of Judah, and Jeroboam, king of Israel. Hey Joe, thank you for coming through. The Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh had 44,760 men ready for military service. Able-bodied men who could handle shield and sword, who could use a bow, and who were trained for battle. They waged war against the Hagrites, Jeter, Naphish, and Nodab. They were helped in fighting them, and God delivered the Hagrites and all their allies into their hands because they cried out to him during the battle. He answered their prayers because they trusted in him. They seized the livestock of the Hagrites, 50,000 camels, 250,000 sheep, and 2,000 donkeys. They also took 100,000 people captive, and many others fell slain, because the battle was God, and they occupied the land until the exile. The people of the half tribe of Manasseh were numerous. They settled in the land from Bashan to Baal Hamon, that is to Sinir, Mount Hamon. These were the heads of their families: Ephah, Ishai, Eli, Azrael, Jeremiah, Obadiah, and Jadiel. They were brave warriors, famous men, and heads of their families, but they were unfaithful to the God of their ancestors and prostituted themselves to the gods of the people of the land, whom God had destroyed before them. So the God of Israel stirred up the spirit of Pul, king of Assyria, that is Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, who took the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half tribe of Manasseh into exile. He took them to Hala, Harbor, Hira, and the river of Gozan, where they are to this day. Hey, Ephah! Do you like Reese's cup? No, they are absolutely just no. Chapter 6. The sons of Levi: Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The sons of Kohath: Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uziel. The children of Amram: Aaron, Moses, and Miriam. The sons of Aaron: Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Eleazar was the father of Phinehas, Phinehas the father of Abiashar, Abiashar the father of Bukki, Bukki the father of Uzai, Uzai the father of Zechariah, Zechariah the father of Miriath, Miriath the father of Amira, Amira the father of Ahitab, Ahitab the father of Zadok, Zadok the father of Hamahaz, Hamahaz the father of Zariah, Zariah the father of Jehohan, Jehohan the father of Azariah. It was he who served as priest in the temple Solomon built in Jerusalem. Azariah the father of Amiah, Amira the father of Ahitab, Ahitab the father of Zodak, Zodak the father of Shalom, Shalom the father of Hilkiah, Hilkiah the father of Azariah, Azariah the father of Sariah, and Sariah the father of Josedek. So Josedek was deported when the Lord sent Judah and Jerusalem into exile by the hand of Nebuchadnezzar. So Josedek was the last son of Sariah, right? Who was the last chief priest who served in Solomon's temple. So, last in the temple. So he was the last before Nebuchadnezzar took them out of exile. The sons of Levi: Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. These are the names of the sons of Gershon: Libni and Shimei. The sons of Kohath: Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uziel. The sons of Merari: Mahal and Mushai. These are the clans of the Levites listed according to their fathers of Gershon: Libni his son, Japheth his son, Zimmah his son, Johar his son, Ido his son, Zerah his son, and Jetharai his son. The descendants of Kohath: Aminadab his son, Korah his son, Asa his son, Kanaiah his son, Ibasaph his son, Asaiah his son, Talhath his son, Uriel his son, Isaiah his son, and Shoel his son. The descendants of Elkanah, Amasai, Ahimoth, Elkanah his son, Sophai his son, Nahath his son, Eliab his son, Joaham his son, Elkanah his son, and Samuel his son. The sons of Samuel, Joah the firstborn, and Abijah the second son. The descendants of Merari, Mahlai, Libni his son, Shimei his son, Uzziah his son, Shemiah his son, Haggai his son, and Isaiah his son. These are the men David put in charge of the music in the house of the Lord after the ark came to rest there. They ministered with the music before the tabernacle, the tent of meeting, until Solomon built the temple of the Lord in Jerusalem. They performed their duties according to the regulations laid down for them. Here are the men who served together with their sons from the Kohathites: Heman the musician, the son of Joel, the son of Samuel, the son of Elkanah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Ehel, the son of Toha, the son of Zuph, the son of Elkanah, the son of Mahath, the son of Amasai, the son of Elkanah, the son of Joel, the son of Azariah, the son of Zephaniah, the son of Tahath, the son of Asa, the son of Abiasaph, the son of Korah, the son of Issachar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, the son of Israel, and Heman associated Asaph, who served at his right hand, Asaph, son of Berechiah, the son of Shimeah, the son of Michael, the son of Basia, the son of Micaiah, the son of Ithni, the son of Zerah, the son of Adiah, the son of Ethan, the son of Zimmah, the son of Shimei, the son of Japhath, the son of Gershon, the son of Levi, and from their associates, the Merarites at his left hand. Hey, Zane. Thank you for coming through. Ethan, son of Cushai, the son of Abdai, the son of Maluk, the son of Hashabai, the son of Amazah, the son of Hilkiah, the son of Amzai, the son of Bani, the son of Shema, the son of Malai, the son of Mushai, the son of Merari, the son of Levi. Their fellow Levites were assigned to all the other duties of the tabernacle, the house of God. But Aaron and his descendants were the ones who presented offerings on the altar of burnt offerings and on the altar of incense in connection with all that was done in the most holy place, making atonement for Israel in accordance with all that Moses, the servant of God, had commanded. These were the descendants of Aaron: Eleazar his son, Phinehas his son, Abiashar his son, Barkai his son, Uzziah his son, Zechariah his son, Meroth his son, Amira his son, Ahiatab his son, Zadok his son, and Hamahimaz his son. These were the locations of their settlements allotted as their territory. They were assigned to the descendants of Aaron who were from the Kohathite clan, because the first lot was for them. They were given Hebron in Judah with its surrounding pasture lands, but the fields and villages around the cities were given to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, to the descendants of Aaron. So the descendants of Aaron were given Hebron, a city of refuge, and Libnah, Jattah, Eshtemoa, Helan, Debir, Ashton, Jottah, and Beth-Shemesh, together with their pasture lands. And from the tribe of Benjamin they were given Gibeon, Geba, Aphleth, and Anaoth, together with their pasture lands. The total number of towns distributed among the Kohathite clans came to 13. The rest of Kohath's descendants were allotted 10 towns from the clans of the half tribe of Manasseh. The descendants of Gershon's clan by clan were allotted 13 towns from the tribe of Issachar, Asher, and Naphtali, and from the part tribe of Manasseh that is in Bashan. The descendants of Merari clan by clan, were allotted 12 towns from the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun. So the Israelites gave the Levites these towns in their pasture lands. From the tribes of Judah, Simeon, and Benjamin, they allotted the previously named towns. Some of the Kohathite clans were given as their territory towns from the tribe of Ephraim. In the hill country of Ephraim, they were given Shechem, a city of refuge, and Gezer, Jokmin, Beth-horon, Ajalon, and Gath Rimmon, together with their pastures, and from half the tribe of Manasseh, the Israelites gave Anah and Belem, together with their pasture lands, to the rest of the Kohathite clans. The Gershonites received the following. From the clan of the half tribe of Manasseh, they received Golan in Bashan and also Ashtaroth, together with their pasture lands. From the tribe of Issachar, they received Kadesh, the Barath, Ramoth, and Anam, together with their pasture lands. From the tribe of Asher, they received Mashal, Abdon, Hukok, and Rehob, together with their pasture lands. And from the tribe of Naphtali, they received Kadesh in Galilee, Hammon, and Kirithaim, together with their pasture lands. The Merarites, the rest of the Levites, received the following. From the tribe of Zebulun, they received Jokneam, Kartar, Ramono, and Taba, together with their pasture lands. And from the tribe of Reuben across the Jordan east of Jericho, they received Bezer in the wilderness, Jazer, Kedemoth, and Mephahath, together with their pasture lands. And from the tribe of Gad, they received Ramoth in Gilead, Manahem, Heshbon, and Jazer, together with their pasture lands. Hey Bruce, thank you for coming through. Chapter 7. The sons of Issachar, Tola, Pua, Jashub, and Shimron, 4 in all. The sons of Tola, Usai, Rephaiah, Jeriel, Jarmai, Ibsam, and Samuel, heads of their families during the reign of David. The descendants of Tola listed as fighting men in their genealogy numbered 22,600. The son of Uzai is Ezriah. The sons of Ezriah, Michael, Obadiah, Joel, and Isaiah. All Ishiah. All 5 of them were chiefs. According to their family genealogy, they had 36,000 men ready for battle, for they had many wives and children. The relatives who were fighting men belonged to the clans of Issachar as listed in their genealogy were 87,000 in all. The 3 sons of Benjamin, Bela, Becher, and Jediel. The sons of Bela, Esbon, Uzai, Uzel, Jeremoth, and Eri, heads of families, 5 in all. Their genealogical record listed 22,034 fighting men. The sons of Becher, Zemariah, Joash, Eliezer, Elioenai, Omri, Jeremoth, Abijah, Anahoth, and Alimeth. All these were the sons of Becher. Their genealogical record listed the heads of the families and 20,200 fighting men. The sons of Jediel, Bilhan. The sons of Bilhan, Jeush, Benjamin, Ehud, Kenaiah, Jethan, Tarshish, and Ahishiah. All these sons of Jediel were heads of families. They were 17,200 fighting men ready to go out to war. The Shiphites and the Huphites were the descendants of and the Hushites the descendants of Ahur. The sons of Naphtali, Jazel, Gunai, Jazer, and Shelem, the descendants of Bilhah. The descendants of Manasseh, Azrael was the descendant through his Armenian concubine. She gave birth to Maachah, the father of Gilead. Maachah took a wife from among the Huppites and Shippites. His sister's name was Machia. Together, another descendant's name was Sopheled, who had only daughters. Machia's wife Maachah's wife, Machia, gave birth to a son and named him Peresh. His brother's name was Sheresh, and his sons was Ulam and Rakim. The sons of Ulam, Bedan. These were the sons of Gilead, son of Maachah, son of Manasseh. His sister Hammoleketh gave birth to Ishhud, Abizar, and Mala. The sons of Shemida were Ihan, Shechem, Likai, and Anam. The descendants of Ephraim, Shetila, Bered his son, Tahath his son, Eliada his son, Tahath his son, Zabad his son, and Shutiyila his son. Ezer and Elad were killed by the native-born men in Gath when they went down to seize their livestock. Their father Ephraim mourned for them days, and his relatives came to comfort him. Then he made love to his wife again, and she became pregnant and gave birth to a son. He named him Bera, because there had been misfortune in his family. His daughter was Shira, who built Lower and Upper Beth Horon, as well as Uzin Shira. Repha, his son, Resheph, his son, Tila, his son, Tahan, his son, Ladan, his son, Amihud, his son, Elishama, his son, Nun, his son, and Joshua, his son. Their land and settlement included Bethel and its surrounding villages, Naran to the east, Giza and its villages to the west, and Shechem and its villages all the way to Ayah and its villages. Along the borders of Manasseh were Ben Shan, Tanak, Midigo, and Dor. Together with their villages, the descendants of Joseph, son of Israel, lived in these towns. The son of Asher. We need a t-shirt. I read the names of Chronicles. Right. The sons of Asher. Imnah, Ishva, and Bera. Their sister was Sariah. The sons of Bera, Heber and Machel, who was the father of Berzas. Bera was the father of Japhlet, Shomer, and Hotham, and of their sister Shua. The sons of Japhlet, Pasak, Bimhal, and Ashath. These were Japhlet's sons. The sons of Shomer, Ahai, Roga, Haba, and Aram. The sons of his brother Helem, Zophah, Imnah, Shelish, and Amar. The sons of Sophah, Shua, Haniphiah, Shuel, Bera, Imrah, Bezer, Hod, Shemaiah, Shilshia, Ethran, and Bera. The sons of Jiva, Jenufe, Pispa, and Era. The sons of Eula, Era, Hanayel, and Riziah. All these were descendants of Asher, head of families, choice men. brave warriors, and outstanding leaders. The numbers of men ready for battle as listed in their genealogy was 26,000. Chapter 8. Benjamin was the father of Bela, his firstborn, Ashbel, the second son, Ariah, the third, Nehiah, the fourth, and Rapha, the fifth. The sons of Bela were Adar, Gera, Abihud, Abishah, Naaman, Ahoah, Gera, Sephuhan, and Huram. These were the descendants of Ehud, who were heads of the family of those living in Geba, were deported to Manahath. Naaman, Ahijah, and Gera, who deported them, and who was the father of Uzzah and Ahihud. Sons were born to Shariaham in Moab after he had divorced his wife Husham and Barara. By his wife Hodesh he had Jobab, Zibiah, Misha, Malcolm, Juz, Sakar, and Merma. These were his sons, heads of the families. By Husham he had Abiatab and Ipal. The sons of Ipal, Eber, Misham, Shemed, who built Ono and Lod with its surrounding villages, and Beriah and Shema, who were heads of the families of those living in Ajalon, and who drove out the inhabitants of Gath. Ahio, Shashak, Jeremoth, Zebediah, Arad, Eder, Michael, Ishphar, and Johar were the sons of Beriah. Zebediah, Meshullam, Hiskai, Heber, Ishmarai, Ishalah, and Jobab were the sons of Ipal. Jacob, Zirai, Zabdi, Eliaenai, Ziliathai, Eli, Adiah, Bariah, and Shemrath were the sons of Shimei. Ispan, Eber, Eliel, Abdon, Zikri, Hanan, Hananiah, Elam, Tophadai, Epidiah, and Penuel were the sons of Shashak. Shamsharai, Sharai, Ataliah, Jeshrehiah, Elijah, and Zikri were the sons of Jeroham. These were the heads of the family chiefs as listed in their genealogy and lived in Jerusalem. Jeiel, the father of Gibeon, lived in Gibeon. His wife's name was Machir, and his firstborn was Abdon, followed by Zur, Cush, Baal, Ner, Nadab, Gidor, Ahio, Zikar, and Mikloth, who was the father of Shimei. They too lived near their relatives in Jerusalem. Ner was the father of Kish, Kish the father of Saul, and Saul the father of Jonathan, Malchishua, Abinadab, and Eshbaal. The sons of Jonathan, Miriam, who was the father of Micah. The sons of Micah, Python, Melech, Terah, and Ahaz. Ahaz was the father of Jehoiada. Jehoiada was the father of Alemeth, Asmeth, and Zimri. And Zimri was the father of Mosa. Mosa was the father of Binah. Raphath was his son. Elisha his son, and Azel his son. Azel had 6 sons, and they were their names: Azrikam, Bukhari, Ishmael, Shariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. All these were the sons of Azel. The sons of his brother Eshek: Ulam his firstborn, Jeush the second, and Eliphalet the third. The sons of Ulam were brave warriors who could handle the bow. They had many sons and grandsons, 115 all the descendants of Benjamin. Chapter 9. All Israel was listed in the genealogies in the book of the king of Israel and Judah. They were taken captive to Babylon because of their unfaithfulness. Now, the first to resettle in their own property in their own towns was some Israelites, priests, Levites, and temple servants. Hey, Say, thank you for coming through. So you see why there was so much emphasis, right, on the Levites, right? There was so much, we just read through the Levites genealogy, but we see why they were so important, right? And why they were the first in being there to rebuild the temple, right? Because they were in charge of the holy thing. So everything had an order. God made sure that everything had an order. He was very specific about who handled his holy stuff and who could not handle his holy stuff. Reason why the first time that David tried to take the ark with him to Jerusalem, he failed because he didn't do it in the correct order, right? He didn't get the Levites to consecrate themselves to take the ark down into Jerusalem, right? He just took the ark thinking that he could just take it. He didn't realize there was specific instruction in handling the ark, and that is God showing you how to respect him, right? How to handle him, right? Not just anyone can approach him, right? You have to make yourself consecrate. You have to make yourself holy, right? How do you do that? Through repentance. You repent, you turn away from your sins, you accept Jesus Lord as your Christ and Savior, right? And you follow his commands, right? You follow his commands. So it's very important that the Levites and the priests were there to kind of set up, I guess, ready for the rest of the Israelites to come, because no one could really get near to the ark, I guess, no one could just mishandle the ark, because God said that these specific people must do it, right? And you, like, if you're not in the line of the Levites, right, then it's gonna be problems for you, as we see that when you remember when the ark dropped and one of the guys touched the ark and he died instantly. Why? Because he wasn't a Levite, he wasn't consecrated, it wasn't the order that God said that it had to go in. So it's important, right? So it's important that they said now the first, right? So just remember the first. Those from Judah, from Bethlehem, and from Ephraim and Manasseh who lived in Jerusalem were Uthai, son of Amihud, the son of Omri, the son of Imri, the son of Bani, a descendant of Perez, son of Judah of the Shelonites. Asaiah, the firstborn, and his sons of the Zerahites. Joel, the people from Judah numbered 690. Of the Benjamites, Salu, son of Meshullam, the son of Hodaviah, the son of Hassenuah, Ibaniah, son of Joaham, Eliha, son of Uzziah, the son of Mikri, and Meshullam, son of Shephatiah, the son of Ruel, the son of Benijah. The people from Benjamin, as listed in a genealogy, numbered 956. All these men were heads of their families. Of the priests, Jediah, Jehoiarib, Jachin, Azariah, son of Hilkiah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Zadok, the son of Merioth, the son of Ahiatab, the officials in charge of the house of God. Adiah, son of Joaham, the son of Pashur, the son of Milkijah, and Masai, son of Adiel, the son of Jazariah, the son of Meshullam, and the son of Meshelmith, the son of Immer. The priests who were head of the families number 1,760. They were able men responsible for ministering in the house of God of the Levites. Shemaiah, son of Hashab, the son of Ashkaram, the son of Hashabiah, Merari, Akbakar, Hiresh, Galal, and Mattaniah, son of Milcah, the son of Zurai, the son of Asaph, Obadiah, son of Shemaiah, the son of Gagal, the son of Juatan, and Berechiah, son of Asa, the son of Elkanah, who lived in the village of the Netophilites. The gatekeepers, Shalom, Aktob, Talman, Ahiman, and their fellow Levite Shalom, their chief, being stationed at the king's gate on the east up to the present time. These were the gatekeepers belonging to the camp of the Levites. Shalom, son of Kor, the son of Eliasaph, the son of Korah, and his fellow gatekeepers from his family, the Kohathites, were responsible for guarding the thresholds of the tent, just as their ancestors had been responsible for guarding the entrance to the dwelling of the Lord. In the earlier times, Phinehas, son of Eleazar, was the official in the charge of the gatekeepers. Again, this was the tabernacle, right? So when we read in Leviticus and in Exodus, right, this was the beginning of this is when they just come out of Egypt, and now God is saying, build me a tabernacle, and we can take it wherever I need to go. You need to take it down and set up. And again, he gave people specific instructions. And the Lord was with him. Zechariah, son of Mishamiah, was the gatekeeper at the entrance to the tent of meeting. Altogether, those chosen to be gatekeepers at the threshold number 212. They were registered by genealogy in their villages. The gatekeepers had been assigned to their positions of trust by David and Samuel the seer. They and their descendants were in charge of guarding the gates of the house of the Lord, the house called the tent of meeting. The gatekeepers were on the four sides, east, west, north, and south. Their fellow Levites in their villages had to come from time to time and share their duties for 7-day periods. But the four principal gatekeepers, who were Levites, were entrusted with the responsibility for the rooms and treasuries in the house of God. They would spend the night stationed around the house of God. Do you see how faithful they was? Do you see how faithful they was? They said, we're going to guard this temple with my life. Say, we're going to oversee it with my life, right? They spent the whole night stationing around the temple, making sure they're protecting it. You see how faithful they was? Because they had to guard it, and they had charge of the key for opening it each morning. They took that responsibility very seriously, right? They took it very seriously because they realized how important, they realized how holy God was, right? That's what we should be doing. We should be protecting our temple every day. We should be faithful to our temple every day. We should be guarding our temple every day, because that's where God dwells, right? That's where God dwells. So we should be taking care of it, right? Real good care of it. Some of them were in charge of the articles used in the temple service. They counted them when they were brought in and when they were taken out. Others were assigned to take care of furnishings and all the other articles of the sanctuary, as well as the special flour and wine and the olive oil, incense and spices. But some of the priests took care of mixing the spices, right? Clean living. Exactly, sir. But they all came together. You see how they all had their own part to play in rebuilding the temple, right? They all came together with their assigned roles, right? It's just like we as children of God, disciples, we've all been given a gift, right? And we've all been assigned to do something, right? But in the end, we're all going to come together, and we're all doing it for the good of the kingdom. We're all doing it to build the kingdom up. We're all doing it to bring people back to God, right? But that's the reason why we're doing it, right? Just to spread the good news. Once you, as I said, when you hear good news, you want to go and tell people the good news, right? So we're here to tell the good news of Jesus Christ, right? And at the same time, we're here to help build each other up, right? On this walk with Christ, right? Because we're trying to all stay on this narrow road, right? We're all trying to stay on this narrow road. And it's hard when the world is just in your face like that. So we really just got to stick together and help each other out, help keep rebuilding the kingdom, right? Until Jesus comes back. So I just think it's incredible that, this is after exile, right? Um, this is after exile, and as we go on, we start to see that they start to rebuild the temple, right? And we start to see like a community, I guess, like people coming together and helping each other, all for God, all for God, which is amazing. A Levite named Mahathahai, the firstborn son of Shalom the Korathite, was entrusted with the responsibility for baking the offering bread. Some of the Kohathites, their fellow Levites, were in charge of preparing for every Sabbath the bread set out on the table. Those who were musicians, head of Levite families, stayed in the rooms of the temple and were exempt from other duties because they were responsible for the work day and night. All these were heads of Levite families, chiefs as listed in their genealogy, and they lived in Jerusalem. That's right, we need to stick together. Exactly, Frank Frog. Jael, the father of Gibeon, lived in Gibeon. His wife's name was Maacah, and his firstborn was Abdon, followed by Zer, Kish, Baal, Ner, Nadab, Gidor, Ahio, Zechariah, and Milkoth. Milkoth was the father of Shem. They too lived near their relatives in Jerusalem. Ner was the father of Cush, Cush the father of Saul, and Saul the father of Jonathan, Malchi, Shua, Abinadab, and Eshbaal. The sons of Jonathan, Mirab, Baal, who was the father of Micah. The sons of Micah, Python, Melech, Tyra, and Ahaz. Ahaz was the father of Jada. Jada was the father of Elmoth, Asmaeth, and Zimri was the father of Moza. Moza was the father of Binah. Rephaiah was the son of Eliza, his son, and Azel, his son. Azel had 6 sons, and these were their names: Azrakim, Bokaru, Ishmael, Shiriah, Obadiah, and Hanan. These were the sons of Azrael. That's the end of chapter 9. We got through we got through it, guys. We got through it. So next we'll be reading chapters 10 to 15, and this is where we start to see a bit of Saul's life. We start to see a bit of David's life, right? And we start to see the rebuilding back after they've been exiled. We start to see the rebuilding back of them starting to build their relationship back with God. So there's still some more names to come, guys. There's still some more names to come, but I think this is like the bulk of the names. Like chapters 1 to 9 in Chronicles is like really the bulk to understand the descendants and the duties of people that they had in the tabernacle or tabernacle and the temple. So we got there, guys. We got there. So I'll be back tomorrow. No rush though. No I'll be back tomorrow to read the next chapters of Chronicles. Honestly, reading the Bible, having a deep dive into it has really been like humbling. Really been humbling, honestly. God is just showing me things. So, and Chronicles, I think this is like my second or third time reading it. So, yeah. Have a good evening, Nisha. Always a pleasure. Thank you all that came out. Thank you. Again, I know it was just names, but we will get more into it as we read. Thank you for those who have stayed, and I just want to say thank you for giving God your time, giving God 50 minutes of your time. Thank you. I know you guys got things to do. I know you are busy, but thank you for taking the time out to sit through this and give him all the glory and give him all the praise that he deserves, because he does deserve it. He's an amazing God. He's a good God. So I will be back tomorrow, and thank you all again. Bye.